I'd already decided it was going to be my last night in Max's village. I was sorry to be leaving, but I was restless again.
Beware! The day grows dark, and demons stalk the gap by night.
Harsh old woman, stop your superstitious nonsense. Besides, this is the best time of day for fishing, eh, Milo?
Yes, Dad. Look, Foster! I use these broken sensors to make a fish alarm. It detects the fish before it bites.
Nice work, Milo.
Milo was just like me as a boy, and the tech skills I'd taught him would help the village after I left.
Do you really have to go, Foster? How can we ever pay you back for all you've done?
It's been my pleasure, Max. One of Anita's pies will be payment enough.
I owed the Gap folks so much. My first tribe fostered me when I was orphaned all those years ago. They taught me how to recycle tech scavenged from city dumps. Soon, I even built myself a playmate.
I'm your friend. Call me Joey.
Joey and I were always together. As I grew, I upgraded him. He became the best friend I ever had. But then...
Foster! Foster, wake up! The sensors detect a fish. It's a big one.
What the?
It was no fish.
Max, keep back! Milo!
Dad! What are they?
Max! Drop him, you...
Dad! Foster! Help me! Help me!
Milo had gone. The machine, too. But its riders had left something behind.
Max? Milo? What's happened, Foster? Where's my son? Max? Max? Oh, no! I told them there were demons stalking the dark.
The stalker that attacked us was a machine, not a demon.
Please, Foster, I don't understand. What happened?
I told Anita everything I could, though I knew very little. Max was barely conscious. I could only hope that with Anita's loving care, he would recover. As for me, I had to follow Milo and his captors immediately.
I'll bring Milo home, Anita. I promise.
Thank you, Foster. I know you will.
Dawn was breaking as I left the village. The featureless wastes of the Gap stretched away from me. Night followed day, then day dawned once more. Time lost meaning as the tracks beckoned me ever forward. Determination had long replaced sadness. Whatever it took, I would find Milo. The tracks were barely visible now, blurred by the wind. But I was sure I'd reach their destination soon. Then I saw the thing I feared the most approaching. Sandstorm. I battled forward, but now could only guess that my direction was correct. I decided to save my energy and sank into an exhausted sleep. Maybe the old woman was right. Maybe demons did stalk the Gap. For as it shrieked and thundered around me, the storm brought back my nightmare once more. Union City security was attacking. As my tribe screamed in terror, I salvaged Joey's motherboard. Taken captive, I couldn't save my village. But I survived when the security copter crashed, entering Union City. On the run, I soon got Joey working. Upgraded yet again, He helped me overthrow the evil that ran the city. As I left, I told him to make the citizens happy. Union City was no place for me. I wanted to be where I could do most good, helping the scattered people of the Gap. I woke to find the storm had passed. But not without finishing its cruel work. The tracks were gone. I was lost, and so, I feared, was Milo. Then, I heard them. Gang birds, scavengers, and in this wasteland, that meant only one thing: people. Despair turned to hope. I was sure that if I could find where the stalker had gone, I would find Milo. Then, in the distance, I saw a girl crouching over a body. The girl was holding a device to the lifeless hand.
Hey! Excuse me!
Who the hell are you?
I'm searching for a vehicle that...
Ah, no! Damn birds!
Wait! I just...
Whatever that device was, the bird had it now. A corpse lay propped against a rock. The girl had been doing something to the guy's hand. I wondered what. He'd clearly been dead for days. The logo. I'd seen it before. On the androids that had taken Milo. The girl was my only lead. I had to follow her. Union City. I was back. Over the years, I'd heard rumors of how the city had thrived since I'd left Joey in charge. I was finally going to see for myself.
Huh? Halt!
Welcome, unregistered Gaplander.
Well, hi. And you are?
Community Welfare Droid 2CU at your service. To commence your Union City registration, please make your way to the immigration terminal.
That's okay, I'm not here to register. I'm looking for...
If you're looking for the immigration terminal, it's right over there. Thank you.
I've never seen a droid like you.
And I've never seen a Gaplander like you.
I bet. And what is it you do?
I tell Gaplanders like you to visit the immigration terminal and register.
Let me know how that goes. I'm looking for a vehicle that maybe came this way.
A vehicle? Well, this is a freight entrance. So, you're in the right place.
Right. I need to find a boy called Milo. He was...
What you need to find is the immigration terminal. It's right over there.
Can you help me find a missing kid?
You want to file a missing persons report? Go register.
So how do I register?
Easy. Just go to the immigration terminal and you'll get a U-chip for your temporary ID. The correct route is indicated by these signs.
Sounds easy.
It is. Without it, you won't be able to interact with any of the Minos devices in this area.
What exactly is a U-chip?
Don't they teach you Gaplanders anything? A U-chip stores your ID and personal data in a micro-implant. The immigration terminal is easy to find. What's keeping you? The correct route is indicated by these signs.
How do I get to immigration?
The terminal is at the wall end of the garden. The correct route is indicated by these signs. Soon as you've registered, you can access the Minos devices.
What's this Minos you mentioned?
Minos is the interconnected computer system that is everywhere and controls everything.
Everything? That sounds very similar to Link.
For the convenience of all citizens. And word to the wise, no U-chip, no access to the Minos devices. Not even the vending machines. So go register.
Remind me how to register with Union City?
The immigration terminal is back there in the gardens. You want a U-chip? That's where you've got to go.
Thanks. Have you seen a boy called Milo?
No, but I do see an unregistered Gaplander.
Can you tell me about any vehicles that came through here a couple of nights ago?
Read my lips. Immigration terminal. Register. You.
Bye for now.
Pleasure. How can I be of assistance?
There was a strange smell, and it was coming from the truck. The sign was directing me towards immigration. I guess this was the immigration terminal.
Welcome to the Union City Registration Terminal. Please place your hand below to receive your U-chip implant. U-chip implant successful. You are now registered with Union
A
City.
U-chip had been implanted into the palm of my hand. I wasn't sure how it was going to help me.
Authorized citizen ID required.
The hologram showed a young woman in uniform.
Sorry to keep you waiting, sir. Welcome to Union City. My name is Greta. It is my duty and pleasure to answer any questions you may have about Union City and the local area. How may I help you today?
So is Joey still running things around here?
He was, until just a few years ago.
That doesn't sound good. Hope he didn't screw things up.
Not at all, sir. Joey the Savior was a great leader. Citizen happiness reached unprecedented levels.
Good to hear it. I happen to be an old friend of his.
Oh, we're all friends of Joey, sir. Gone but not forgotten.
This U-chip thing, what does it do?
It allows you to interact with all the Minos devices in the area, as well as storing all your personal information.
Sounds kinda invasive.
We prefer the word transformative, sir.
A child has been kidnapped from my village.
From your village? Was the child a registered citizen of Union City?
No, his name is Milo, and
Polite apology, Minos can only concern itself with registered citizens.
I was hoping you'd be able to help.
And isn't hope a wonderful thing? In the meantime, do you have any other queries?
I'm looking for a vehicle. Has anything come through here?
No.
You haven't seen a weird vehicle with legs instead of wheels?
Polite apology. I cannot discuss the details of other visitors' vehicular movements.
But this vehicle, it kidnapped a child.
Is there anything else I can help you with today?
Is there some way I can speak to Joey?
Sadly not, sir.
Oh, you mean he's not around at all?
Gone to a better place, sir. Went to find peace after a lifetime of service. Some say he strode out into the Gap one morning. Others say he took a boat at dusk and went to explore other lands.
So who runs the city now?
The Council of Elected Ministers, of course.
So you didn't see a vehicle?
As I said, sir, I cannot discuss vehicles.
But I'm sure you said no a moment ago.
I think sir is mistaken. Intrigued as I am by the notion of vehicles with legs, regulations deter me from such speculation.
A child has been kidnapped from my village.
From your village? Was the child a registered citizen of Union City?
No, his name is Milo, and
Polite apology. And isn't hope a wonderful thing? In the meantime, do you...
have a nice day.
In Union City, sir, there is no other kind of day.
I called upon my extensive background in engineering.
Order received.
Well, hey! It's working! Hey, we fixed it!
Yeah, piece of cake.
Dude, council sure is shining in my direction today. Do you know how many times I've scanned this thing? The last scan must have done the trick. You see, I'm the diagnostician and tech expert around here. Name's Hobsworth. What can I do for you?
Tell me about Joey.
Praise Joey. Not a day goes by where I don't thank him for the happiness and prosperity he brought to Union City.
Joey and I go way back. We must be talking about the same one.
Well, it depends. Our Joey was kind, benevolent, generous, firm, resolute, moral, he's magnanimous, proactive, and a friend to all citizens alike. Does that sound like your Joey?
My Joey was more of a sarcastic pain in the... but he was my best friend. So what's your deal, Hobsworth?
I am a diagnostician for the Ministry of Comfort.
And what exactly does a diagnostician do?
I find problems.
And fix them?
No, I just diagnose them. Minos fixes them.
I'm looking for a vehicle that might have passed this way.
What kind of vehicle? Maybe I can help.
Well, I didn't get a good look, but I know it has 4 giant legs.
Legs? Word to the wise man. Vehicles have wheels.
Not this one. It walked on the sand. And it was, shaped like a dog.
Whoa. That doesn't sound like any vehicle I've ever heard of. And I've got more magazines under my bed than you can even imagine.
About this missing kid.
Dude, word of advice, huh? Since you're new here?
Okay.
Look, maybe kidnapping is the sort of thing you people do in the Gap. But this is Union City, man. We're a proper society.
Gotcha. Thanks. It's really important I find this vehicle.
Why?
Because it kidnapped a child from my village.
Well, that's the Gap for you. It's like the Wild West, but, you know, without the West.
I know it sounds crazy, but I've been tracking the missing child for...
Nah. If it's missing children you're looking for, you best try the Gap. Not here. Good day now.
Work order received.
Well, great. By the way, just so you know...
Yes, of course, no problem. Do you need technical expertise to be a diagnostician?
Of course! You need to know exactly where to point your scanner. See, I come to work, and I pick up my scanner here, and then I report the problem. My interventions are key to the smooth running of Union City.
Nice jacket.
Oh, thanks. I like yours too.
See you around, Hobbs.
Oh, let me thank you properly. Give me a hand.
Okay.
There you go. Your kudos just got a boost.
Thanks, I think.
Keep a smile on your face.
Work order received. Work order accepted.
The guy looked like he'd been out in the sun a bit too long. Smelled like it, too.
Sir, excuse me, sir. Are you...
Whatever you're selling, I ain't buying.
No, I'm not selling any...
A likely story. Name's Wendell. Joe Wendell.
Nice to meet you.
That remains to be seen.
What are you doing here?
Well, whilst Bruce's power cell remains as flat as a cowpat, not a whole lot.
So you're trying to get in the city?
Abso-bloomin'-lutely. Trying being the operative word.
I'm looking for a vehicle.
Well, mate, today's your lucky day. This is a vehicle.
No, I'm looking for a special vehicle.
But Brucey is special. All he needs is his power cell and we'll be on our way.
The vehicle I'm looking for had 4 legs and no wheels.
A vehicle with legs? Think you've got bats in your belfry, mate.
I saw what I saw. They kidnapped a kid from my village.
You're not the first I've heard talking about kids going missing in the Gap. But I've never seen any come through here.
I don't want to alarm you, but there's a strange odor wafting from the back of your truck.
I don't smell out.
Really? Because it's like...
Except the splendid scent of tasty mini Ks, the finest organic knackverse the Gap has to offer.
Don't believe me? Look at those gangs. They love my knackverse. Can't chase them away.
So, your truck is full of... mini knockwurst?
You betcha. Mini K, best in the Gap. Even contains some real meat. You're welcome to take a handful. Back of the truck's open, although the doors like to play silly beggars.
Oh?
Requires a special technique. Ritual, you could call it.
Ritual?
Aye. Now listen carefully. Step 1, give the bumper a wallop. Step 2, do a little jig. Step 3, pull the door and jerk it hard.
Wallop, jig, pull. That it?
That's it, lad. And remember the order.
The doors, they're locked shut.
Not locked, jammed. Oh, and I'm all out of lubricant.
So how can I get in?
Didn't you listen? It's a ritual. First off, give the bumper a good wallop. Then, do a little jig.
A jig?
Aye, a jig. Then pull the door hard.
Pretty technical, huh?
Have to move with the times, pal.
Any vehicles come through here recently? Specifically, the 4-legged variety.
Only thing's been through here recently are birds, bad smells, and the occasional light breeze.
See, I've been following these tracks, but about a day and a half ago.
All right, pal. Didn't ask for your life story.
Your truck's power cell has drained.
Aye, emptier than a politician's vows. There was a sandstorm put the bridge over yonder out of action. I was told to go park for a few hours. Turned into a few days. Trying to keep the mini case cool in this heat emptied the power cell. I wasn't stingy on the aircon, mind, or the margarita blender up in the cab. A working man needs his creature comforts.
Anyway, 13.7 volts drained to naught.
And they still haven't fixed that blooming bridge.
And you've been sat here ever since?
No choice, until they send someone out to juice up Brucey's power cell. Someone competent, I mean.
Have you spoken to Hobsworth?
Didn't I say someone competent? That muffin doesn't know a panhard rod from a Chapman strut.
Those mini-Ks you mentioned.
As I say, grab an handful. Truck's open.
Mind if I take a look at the power cell? I'm pretty handy with this sort of stuff.
Hobsworth has it. Told me he'd have it charged in a jiffy.
Great. How long ago was that?
About 1 million jiffies ago. My guess is it's either gathering dust or it's being ground to dust.
Listen, you haven't seen a child come through here, have you?
Pinched something of yours?
No. He was kidnapped.
Oh, I see. Sorry to hear that. Have you asked those kids over by the playground? They've been here a lot longer than me.
I'll leave you be.
I'm fine with that.
I recognized the girl. She was the one who'd run away from me earlier. Excuse me. Hello?
You!
Me what?
You're the guy in the desert!
And you're the girl with the corpse.
Okay, first of all, that guy was dead long before I got there. And second of all, it's your fault Big Steve stole my date!
Lost your what? To who?
Do you realize how much potential trade you've cost me?
Honestly, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Ugh. I trade. I'm a trader. Name's Ember.
What were you doing out there in the desert with that corpse?
Mister, are you looking to trade something or what?
Trade?
Trade, you know, tech, gadgets, knickknacks from the Gap or the city. That's what I do. I collect stuff, sell stuff, trade stuff. Only, since you're interfering, let Big Steve fly off with my deed, it'll be a while before I can make proper trades again. Now excuse me.
What's a deet?
My deed, man. DTT. Data transfer tool. Deet.
What's the deed for?
Duh, transferring data. That's what I was doing with that dead fella. Transferring his citizen ID for trading, yeah? You distracted me and Big Steve nabbed it and flew off. Like I said, thanks.
Tell me about this deed.
Simple. I collect IDs and I use the deed to swap them. At least I did, until Big Steve grabbed it.
Who's Big Steve?
You see all these birds all over the place? Big Steve's the purple one, with a beak full of my deed.
What were you doing out there in the desert with that corpse?
I told you already, I was deeding his ID. Only now, Big Steve has my deed and, ipso facto, the ID.
So were you digging that guy's U-chip out of his hand?
What? No! Data transfer. I told you. I cloned his ID data onto the deed for later.
What happens later?
Well, you know, maybe someone doesn't want to be found. I do swapsies.
For a price?
Yeah.
I got a U-chip with a temporary ID from over there.
Good for you. They're free.
Can I get into the city with it?
No. And yes. And no.
Break that down for me.
No, a temp ID is so they can keep track of you around here. Won't get you inside. Yes, I could deet that corpse's ID onto a U-chip. And no, because as you well know, my deet's been eaten.
What do you trade?
Like I said, sometimes people from outside want stuff from the inside. Sometimes people from inside want stuff from the outside. Second one doesn't happen very often since inside's got, like, everything and free. But it happens.
Suppose a guy from outside wanted to get inside.
Ah, my most popular item. Until Big Steve took my deet, that is.
I just need to know if you've seen a missing kid come this way.
You're looking in the wrong place. Only boys around here are Pixel and Voxel, and the only thing they're missing is a few screws.
Are you sure you haven't seen a young boy?
Kinda hard to get lost in a crowd here. This place ain't exactly Aspiration Plaza. So no, I haven't seen your kid.
That's all for now. Thanks.
Anytime. Oh wait, no. Come back if you want to talk business.
For someone with a business interest in dead bodies, she seemed pretty normal.
Anything you can tell me about this finger?
Whoa. Okay, this is some serious kit. The micro actuators alone are worth a bundle. Want to trade?
I think I'll hold on to it for now.
A makeshift workbench had been set up. Its structural integrity seemed over-reliant on some old, deflated tires. Grabbit's independent traders. I'd bought from sketchier places out in the Gap.
Hey, kid.
Hey, weird guy.
My name's not Weird Guy.
I'm Pixel. It's easy to remember because it rhymes with pickle.
So it does. I'm Foster.
I'll remember that easy because your name rhymes with fossil and you're old.
Thanks, kid. What's wrong with the roundabout?
It sucks. Stupid Mr. Hobbsworth put a chain on it. He said it was for safety, then he dropped the chain on his foot.
What's your story, Pixel?
Well, I'm 8 years old, and my birthday is in only 64 days. I'm really good at math, and I can even lift my sister. And she's super fat.
Very comprehensive.
Yep. Anything I can help you with today?
Did a vehicle come through here recently?
Maybe. How recently is recently?
Like 2 nights ago?
Oh, then definitely no. But wait, 2 nights ago? My brother, Voxel, he saw this giant monster.
What kind of monster?
Like a totally huge, but not real one.
Huge, but not real?
I mean, Voxel says it's totally huge, and Ember says it's not real.
Well, which is it?
I don't know what to believe.
See you around.
Call it if...
Hey, Pix.
Want to push me on the swings?
Maybe later. What's this about a giant monster?
Right, so my brother Voxel, like 2 nights ago, it was night time, right? And we had been playing this massive game of buzzsaws and dynamos, so I was like, wah! But, where was I?
The giant monster.
Oh yeah, right. So, later that night, he wakes me up screaming about how he saw a giant monster.
And?
That's the end of my story. Don't tell Ember I told you.
I'm looking for a boy about your age named Milo, who may have come through here.
You're asking the right guy. I remember every face that's come through here since I was a little kid.
Yeah? How many's that?
Like, at least 12. How recently are we talking?
Sometime over the past couple of nights.
Oh, didn't know. Haven't seen no kids.
You sure you haven't seen any children come through here?
Nope, definitely would have remembered.
What about anything suspicious?
Suspicious? Yeah, there was this one guy. Tall, wearing a big coat and carrying a purse.
I see. Nice one.
And his name was Fossil!
I got the joke, kid. This vehicle, it had legs instead of wheels.
Vehicles don't have legs, though.
This one did. Your brother saw a monster, right? You thinking what I'm thinking?
Yeah, that it was a giant daddy longlegs.
No. That your brother's monster was actually...
A very small daddy longlegs, but very close to him.
No.
I caught a daddy longlegs once. What was your question?
What do you do here?
Well, me and my brother and my sister usually live in a tribe way over that way by the old burnt-down radio tower. but it's like so boring there. We come here for the action.
I can see why. Who's Voxel?
My brother, remember?
Can I talk to him?
I guess, but he's not as friendly or helpful as me. Real question is, will he talk to you? He's been hiding for like 2 days now. Won't speak to nobody but me.
Can you tell me where to find him? Maybe he'll talk to me.
Nuh-uh. You gotta earn that information. I don't know if I can trust you right now.
Your roundabout probably has a chain on it for a reason.
Yeah, and that reason is Mr. Hobsworth is stupid. Can you fix it?
Listen, about this monster.
Jeez, man, why are you so obsessed with monsters? They're not real.
What's wrong with Voxel?
Like, why is he hiding?
Yeah.
I told you, man. He thinks he saw a monster.
Will you tell me where your brother is hiding? Maybe we can help each other out with our monster problems.
Nuh-uh. You gotta earn that information. I don't know if I can trust you right now.
Bye.
Call it if you need anything. Come on, let's go. Push me.
Hey, kid.
Push me. Push me.
I've got things to do.
Push me.
Hey, got a moment?
How can I help?
Will you tell me where your brother is hiding?
Maybe. Yeah, okay. You done me a favour. He's hiding in a bench in the garden. I told him I wouldn't tell no one, but you seem okay.
Any idea how I can get more answers out of Voxel?
I don't know, but I'm getting sick of the whole monster thing.
Any idea how I can get...
I don't know, but I'm getting sick of the whole...
See you around.
Okay.
Voxel was hiding out in the makeshift den.
Hello, Voxel.
Shh. What?
My name is Foster. I've just got a few questions. I wanted to ask you if you've seen any monsters.
How do you know about the monster?
Truth is, I'm a monster hunter. I've been tracking a monster across the desert for days. I think he came through here, and I'm looking for someone brave enough to see it and live to tell the tale.
I saw it.
Can you describe it?
It was big and beastie, and it eats children, and I could hear the screaming, and it was fast and dark and silent.
Slow down, one thing at a time.
It was big, like a giant dog.
A giant dog? That sounds like what I'm after. Did you see any children?
No, but I heard them. I heard kids crying inside its tummy.
And where did it go?
It sneaked off into the city. After that, I got in here. No way am I gonna let it get me.
You've been in here for 2 days?
Still alive, aren't I?
Did you say you heard kids crying from inside the dog?
I think so. Sure sounded like that.
This giant dog, Where did you see it?
I was playing buzzsaws and dynamos with Pixel. I won, and he was really cross. Then, in the night, I woke up. It was totally dark. I'd heard this sound, like feet padding along the road, big feet. And then I heard screams, children's screams. I ran over here and hid in my fort.
And you've been in here ever since?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Did anyone else see the dog?
I don't think so. No one believes it even exists. But you do, don't you? You believe me?
Don't worry, Voxel. I'm on the hunt. Any ideas on getting into the city?
People go in and out of the main gate. Are you gonna go in there and kill it?
Sure am. That's what monster hunters do best. Then I'm gonna bring Milo and the other children back out.
You will? Oh, you better take this.
Thanks. What is it?
A firecracker. I was gonna use it to kill the monster. But you can have it.
What do I do with this firecracker?
I don't know. Throw it at the monster. But cover your ears.
What do I do?
Whatever you want. It makes a scary bang.
How long ago did you see this dog?
It was 1, 2, 3... 2. It was 2 nights ago.
And you've been in here ever since?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
How long ago did you...
I said...
And you've been in here...
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Can you tell me more about these missing kids?
Only that I heard them inside the monster.
Do you know how I can get...
I already said you need to get across the river and through the big doors.
See you around.
Hey, you got anything to eat? I'm kinda hungry.
I could keep an eye out.
Mr. Hopsworth sometimes lets me have some of his lunch. He doesn't usually know that, though.
Voxel's giant dog sounded a lot like the stalker that had taken Milo. Now I was sure that the stalker had entered the city. There had to be a way...
Right. Hit the bumper.
These were not my best moves.
Got something for you, Hopsworth.
Is that one of those meaty Watsits from the nice old gen over there?
You bet it is. Want one?
Oh, I'm not a sausage kind of guy, you know? Ah, hello again, stranger.
How are things going with Wendell's power cell?
It's in my office.
But how long until it's charged?
It's hard to say, but it's on my list.
Any updates on Wendell's power cell?
Not yet, but I'll get onto it soon.
So...
Nothing like you've described. Sorry.
This may sound like a stupid question, but how do I actually get into the city?
Well, first thing would be to head over to the city gates.
Yes?
If you got a valid ID, and just scan your U-chip, and the bridge will open.
Valid for what?
Now, that is the stupid question. You need a vehicle to get through the big doors there. If you have transport clearance, like that old fella with the smelly truck, you just drive up, scan your ID, and roll right onto the elevator down to the cargo bay.
See you around, Hopsworth.
Keep...
Would you like to hear a knack-verse joke?
Not really.
How do you make a sausage roll?
Listen,
Push it down an hill!
Hey, Wendell.
Managed to...
Just about.
Did you, do the jig?
Sure did. You said it was essential.
That's right. Although, here's a funny thing. My wife never does the jig back at the farm, but it always seems to open for her. Anyway, what can I do for you?
So all you need to get into the city is a charged power cell?
Land snakes alive, yes. A power cell. Do you want me to write it down?
No.
I had this sinking feeling that the wrecked power cell in Hobsworth's hut was the one that Wendell hoped would power his truck.
Want one of these mini-Ks?
Oh, better not.
I thought you loved them.
Oh, of course I do. They're delicious.
But?
Don't get high on your own supply.
Sorry?
No scoffage on thine own sausage.
Oh, I see. Suit yourself. So these mini-Ks, what are the other ingredients?
Eh?
You said they contain some real meat. What's the rest made up of?
Flavor.
Yes, but... Any ideas on how I...
Aye, that's easy. You just need one small thing.
Great. What?
A truck.
What? Like yours?
No, not like mine. You want one that actually moves under its own power. That being said, you won't even get across the bridge without an authorized ID. Citizen's ID gets you all the way into the city, privileges and all. I've got ID, all right, but my power cell's empty. Long story short, I could drive in. If I could drive in.
Your mini-K...
I prefer to think of it as aged to perfection.
But...
Aged to perfection.
What was that you said about other missing kids?
Nothing specific.
Go on. Try me.
Oh, just rumors. Voices on the wind, campfire tales. One man's kidnapping is another man's wandered off and fell down an hole, says I. No kids round here. Oh, except those young bucks over yonder. Sorry I can't help.
I take it this is your truck?
It's got my name on it, don't it?
Your name is... W?
Well, some of it.
How long have you been here?
Lost count, but the delicious aroma emanating from my mini-Ks suggests at least 2 days.
Aren't you worried that they, might be going rancid?
Oh, nothing that a healthy chlorine wash won't fix.
When the power cell is working, what are you hauling then?
Mini-Ks. Artisanal, organic, handcrafted protein cylinders. At least that's what it says on the packet.
Sounds expensive.
Doesn't it? Between you and me, they're just knackworth sausages. But these city folk love a tagline.
You sure you haven't seen any vehicles come this way?
Those land trains pass through up top every few minutes. Nothing down here, though.
Do you need a vehicle to get into the city?
You do, but I don't. I've got Brucey here. What I do need is a new power cell.
And you can't just walk in?
Are you mad? Walk into the city? There's guns guarding them main gates, and they'd make mincemeat out of you, Sonny Jim.
I'll leave you be.
I'm fine with that.
Hey, Mia.
How can I help?
Do you know how...
Oh, if I knew that, would I be living in this car park?
Do you know anything about the city?
Yes, it's amazing.
How do you mean?
You should hear Mr. Hobbsworth talk about it. It's like you say, I want a sandwich, and blam, you've got a sandwich in your hand. And then you drop your sandwich on the floor and make a mess, and it's instantly cleaned up. You don't have to do anything yourself. And then you say, I want another sandwich, and blam, another sandwich. And that's for like anything, not just sandwiches.
What else can you tell me about the city?
It's amazing!
You said that. How do you know if you've never been inside?
Easy. Rubbish.
Rubbish?
Have you seen some of Ember's stuff? Ember's my sister. She figures out how old tech works. Ember is super smart, but don't tell her I said that. Anyway, just over there, like a half-day's walk, that's where all the rubbish from the city gets dumped out of a huge pipe. Loads of it. Now, I figure, if that's what they throw out, imagine what they've got inside.
That's actually pretty sound logic. Have you ever seen anyone go inside the city?
Sure, all the time. But like, in a truck and that.
Have you ever seen anyone go...
Sure, all the time. But like, in a truck.
See?
Okay.
How about a delicious mini-K made with mostly real...
I heard that before. Not interested.
Ember's deed had a citizen ID stored on it.
Hey, Ember.
Hi again.
Any ideas on getting into the city?
You got one of them U-chips?
Yeah, just got one from the terminal over there.
That one's no good. They've given you a cheap temp ID so the droids don't run you over. Bridge only opens for citizens. Soz, mate.
I spoke to Voxel about his monster problem.
You what?
I think his monster is the vehicle I've been tracking.
Good for you. So you told him the monster was real? Won't be seeing him anytime soon. Nice one, Super Dad.
Voxel's a skittish one, isn't he?
Watch your mouth. How'd you know where to find him anyway?
Pixel told me.
Mate, I don't know you don't know me, you don't know them. Let's keep it that way. Stop asking questions, finish your business, and move along. Meanwhile, where's Pixel? Me and him need to have some words about stranger danger.
Any idea whose body that was out there?
Dunno, just some guy from the city.
How do you know?
'Cause I got the citizen's ID from his U-chip, duh.
Did you see a strange vehicle come through this way?
Strange? You mean like that stinky one there?
No, this one had legs.
Not seen anything like that. Maybe you didn't either, crazy guy.
I'm not crazy.
Sure you're not.
Catch you later.
Bye now.
Ember.
Hi again. Peace.
How can I be of assistance?
Excuse me.
Greetings, registered Gaplander.
Say that again, would you?
A registered Gaplander.
Thanks. Wasn't so hard, was it? How do I get into the city?
Only citizens have access to the city.
Okay, right. So, how do I become a citizen?
You have already started the immigration procedure. Please be patient whilst your application is processed.
How long does it take to become a citizen?
That data is not available at this time.
I better get comfortable. What do you do?
Community Welfare Droid 2CU at your service. I supervise this area and guide prospective citizens through the registration process.
Well, you're clearly excellent at your job.
Why, thank you. I'm the latest model, you know.
Okay. I'm looking for a young boy that's been kidnapped.
Don't worry, we'll find him. Is he a citizen?
No, he's a Gaplander.
Ah, well, unregistered Gaplanders cannot enter Union City. Therefore, I cannot help.
I'll be going.
Was great meeting you.
Hey, what can I do for you?
See you around.
Keep us...
Citizen, welcome to the abridged audio-visual Union City fact file. The Union City walls were forged in 1994 by a small team of resilient workers.
It was a statue of my friend Joey. I couldn't imagine why they would have erected it. I was sure Joey would help me find Milo, if I could just get back into the city. The bridge seemed to be operated by some sort of hand scanner.
Error. Insufficient permission. Citizen ID required. Please return for an all-new Union City fact. And remember, be vigilant. This message is sponsored by the Ministry of Comfort.
Enjoy this little piece of happiness, courtesy of Minos.
The machine ejected a garish, beclowned can of soda, labeled Spankles.
You are currently at your maximum allotted Spankles allowance. Have a nice day.
It'll take on the hard work, so you don't have to. Do any.
Apologies, but you have exceeded your Spankles allowance.
Registered Gaplander, you
The 1 can a day limit didn't exactly support a thirst
please
for
remain
Spankles.
calm and await neutralization of any threat. Do you have any information on the cause of the alarm?
I think he said his name was... Hobbsworth.
I shall investigate. Please do not approach the subject. He may be armed.
Yeah, I had 2, I think.
Union City will take it from here. Thank you, citizen.
Hey,
Hey, what can I do for you?
see you around.
Keep us...
Authorized citizen ID required.
I'd learned to think twice before just slapping my hand on something. Come on, big fella. Hi.
Hi again.
A makeshift workbench had been set up. Its structural integrity seemed over-reliant on some old, deflated tires.
It used to kill humans. Now the Ebonica does the same in your pesky journey.
Work order received. Work order accepted.
Apologies, but you have exceeded your Spankles allowance.
The 1 can a day limit didn't exactly support a thirst for Spankles. Looks like you're working pretty hard. Need a Spankles?
Oh, hey, man. That's super chill of you. But I'll just grab one myself when I pick up a thirst.
You ever had one of these?
Spankles? Gimme!
Are you allowed?
Yeah. Just don't tell Ember.
What can you trade for some Spankles?
Honestly, nothing. I actually have an infinite supply.
Me.
Hi.
What's this about a sandwich?
Mr. Hopsworth always brings sandwiches from the city. They're so good. He's usually got 1 or 2 in his hut.
Should I ask Mr. Hobsworth if he wants to share?
No, don't do that. He likes sharing best when he doesn't know about it.
Can I grab another one of those firecrackers?
Sorry, mister. That was the last one.
See you. I got you a drink.
Shame it ain't something stronger.
Can't complain. Not like anybody'd listen if I did.
That's the spirit.
What's on your mind?
Any other vehicles round?
There's nought round here.
I need to get into the city as soon as possible.
Me too, pal. But Brucey here's not going anywhere.
I'll be back.
I'll be here.
There was something strange about the water, and there was an unmistakable smell of ozone. Up close, I could see the water was holographically concealing an electric fence? There was an electric fence back there, I wondered if it was live. Ow! I was shocked to discover that it was. No wonder the gangs kept clear of this death trap. Come on, big fella. Come on, big fella. Come on, big fella. The gang was too distracted. Come on, big fella. Come on, big fella. Guess what I found?
A lot of nerve coming back here.
Nope. This.
What? My deed? I'll have that.
Sure, but how about I give you the deed in exchange for the citizen ID that's on it?
The deed for the ID, but
You wouldn't have it back if it weren't for me.
it wouldn't have been stolen if it weren't for you.
So we're even.
I suppose that's sort of fair.
Excellent. When do we start?
Have you got a U-chip?
Yes. My hand is still stinging.
Right then, let's get this over with, yeah? Pass me back my deed, Follow me over to my workbench.
A makeshift workbench had been set up. Its structural integrity seemed
not entirely
over-reliant
sure
on some
what
old
this is.
deflated tires.
You want that citizen's ID, right?
Yeah. What do I need to do?
Cool. Just place your hand flat on the U-chip scanner. Over here on my workbench.
Like this?
Yeah, good enough. Let me just line up the laser. Oi, keep your hand still or you'll lose it.
Is this gonna hurt?
No more than getting the chip installed in the first place. Right, just transferring the ID now. You may feel a slight pinch. What was that?
That wasn't supposed to happen?
There it is again. Must be... nothing. It must be nothing. Looks like his name was Graham. A fun, upstanding citizen.
Graham. Got it.
Good luck, citizen Graham.
At last I had a citizen ID. I hoped that this was going to be my key to getting into the city.
Error. UChip firmware outdated. Authority for vehicular access denied.
The firmware on my U-chip was out of date. I realized that I'd been sold a dud by Ember. Graham's ID was finally starting to get me places. The power cell was completely wrecked. The power cell was completely wrecked.
Hi.
Food delivery for Mr. Voxel.
Oh, yes. One of Hobsworth's city singers. Do you want my crusts?
You eat them. Warriors need their strength. Bye.
My crowbar could do plenty of things, but powering a truck was not one of them. There was an empty space where the power cell should have been.
New only Soviet technology keeps them locked down. Fluids crystal clear. Wonderful. Now 10% more absorbency.
Hi.
Hi again.
There's a problem with this ID you gave me. I tried the bridge, but it wouldn't let me through. Apparently my U-chip is out of date.
Oh, right. They had to replace the hand scanner recently. Must be running on new firmware, much newer than the crappy U-chips from that old terminal.
What happened to the old hand scanner?
No idea. Why would you even ask that? I didn't take it. Shut up.
Either way, the ID you gave me doesn't work.
Hey, listen, guy. The ID is tip-top. It's your U-chip that's the problem. It's old. Like you.
Well, have you got any newer replacements?
Nuh-uh. That U-chip is in you now. It stays there. You'll need to run an update, but my guess is you can only do that inside the city.
And without the update, I can't get across the bridge. I appear to be at an impasse.
Yikes. Well, that ain't good. Could maybe hack the bridge, but... Nah. Never mind. Forget I said anything.
Did you say hack?
Okay. So you know how everything here runs on Minos?
Minos? Surely that's not based off the old Link system.
That's right. When they upgraded, they dumped the old Link tech. Smart shoes, smart toasters, smart light bulbs, smart fridges. Minos makes everything smart. Except the humans. Anyway, you know how Hobsworth is always pointing his scanner at stuff?
Yeah?
That's his Minos scanner. Minos scanners let guys without any smarts figure out how machines work. Old Hobsworth has all kinds of safeguards so he can't mess things up more when they break. But with a few modifications...
Can you do more than just diagnose Minos machines?
Much more.
Remind me, what's wrong with the bridge?
Well, the bridge is fine. It's your U-chip that's the problem. That immigration terminal is old, whereas the bridge is, well, new.
And there's nothing I can do?
Other than hack the damn thing? I doubt it.
Could I borrow your hacker? Is that a no? Could I maybe trade you something for your hacker?
Honestly, probably not.
Okay, so if you won't trade me for that hacker, could you make me one?
For a price, and a whole lot of inconvenience.
What do you mean?
For starters, you need one of Hobsworth's Minos scanners. You get me one of them, and then we can talk about next steps.
You mean this thing?
Oh, you found one already? Where'd you get it?
It was just lying around in Hobsworth's hut.
He really should be more careful. Right then. Let's see what else you've got in that bag that might be worth my time, trouble, and effort.
I don't know if you can use this, but how about this finger?
Okay, creepy. Let me take a look. Whoa. Okay, this is some serious kit. The micro actuators alone are worth a bundle.
So it's a deal then. You'll hack this scanner, and the finger is yours.
You betcha. Pleasure doing business with you. Meet me at my workbench when you're ready. All right, one Ember grade Minos hacker.
Thanks. So how do I use this thing?
You activate scan mode, obviously. This is how I find hidden systems. They're all over the place. There you go. One just popped into range.
Okay, what do I do now?
Use the big button at the top. Right. So this here is a diagnostic view of Minos.
Looks like it runs the vending machine.
No kidding. See those task nodes? The darker ones?
Yeah?
Well, Unlike Hobbsy's little vanilla scanner, my hacker can swap 'em round. So let's see how smart you are. Want to give me an infinite supply of spankles? You did it! You're smarter than you look. Okay, apply the hack and you'll be good to go. Thanks, bro. You trying to get me arrested? All right, mate. Figure the rest out yourself. Oh, and try not to do anything too stupid, eh?
pressure plate appeared to trigger the crane mechanism. The conveyor appeared to be part of a waste recycling system.
Warning. This entrance is strictly vehicle only. All pedestrians...
Those guns looked like they meant business.
Warning. Extreme measures will be taken against non-compliant pedestrians. Alert. Pedestrians now have only 10 seconds to comply. Lethal force authorized.
Excuse me?
Citizen Graham, you are not authorized for this area.
I was going to have to get used to being called Graham. I just wanted to ask some questions.
Oh yeah? Well, I'm a 4YR droid. And 4YR droids are programmed to ask questions, not answer them.
What's beyond that door?
A corridor.
And after that?
The city.
Okay. And how do I get in?
You don't.
Why not?
Because you are a pedestrian, and doors do not open for pedestrians.
But they open for vehicles?
Yes, because it is a vehicle entrance.
2CU looks a little newer than you.
That's right. Supposed to be more socially orientated. I'd like to see her try and fix a bent shaft.
Those guns sure look dangerous.
Ah, they're totally safe. Long as you follow Union City protocol.
And if you don't?
Death by disintegration.
Ouch. You're not like that other droid across the bridge.
You mean 2CU? That little jumped up Tim Pop voice box. That's all she is.
And you're a better model?
Better, older, tougher, more reliable. Underneath this steel skin lies the beating heart of a 13.7 volt power cell.
Wow.
Old tech, you see. Tested. Solid. Whereas that flying volleyball over there runs on solar. Sun goes down, she's useless. But me, I can go all night long.
You mentioned a power cell?
Correct. I run off a 13.7 volt power cell.
Really? Would it fit in a truck?
It would fit in older models.
Like that truck over there?
Might do. Looks old enough.
Have you seen a boy called Milo?
Gaplander or citizen?
Gaplander.
All Gaplanders look the same to me.
He's quite young and about this tall?
Repeat, all Gaplanders look the same to me.
Mind if I borrow your power cell?
But I would power down. Cease to exist.
That's taking a pretty pessimistic view.
Wouldn't you in my position?
Think of it as a well-earned retirement.
Sounds more like death.
Any ideas on where I can get one of your power cells?
Ah, sorry. Factory that made them and me shut down years ago.
What is it you're doing here?
I recycle. Cans, mostly.
What happens to the cans?
First, they get compacted. Then they go down to the recycling center.
Then what?
Well, they get recycled. Turned into stuff.
What kind of stuff?
Important stuff. Really, really important stuff. So I've been told.
How can I get through those doors?
They only open for registered transit vehicles.
So you can't help me find Milo?
No.
Do you know anyone else that might be able to help?
You tried asking a human. They answer questions.
Depends what you're asking. Thanks.
Bye.
piles of metal cans were crushed into one compact cube of aluminium.
Alert. Pedestrians now have only 10 seconds to alert. Pedestrians now have only 5 seconds to comply.
The pressure plate appeared to trigger the crane mechanism. The large chute appeared to be part of a recycling process. Can I interest you in this lukewarm can of spankles?
Depends. Full or empty?
This one's full.
Oh. No thank you then.
Mini knockwurst?
What is it? Some kind of weapon?
Maybe on your digestive system. piles of metal cans were crushed into one compact cube of aluminium. It was a grumpy-looking maintenance droid.
Alert. Pedestrians now have only 10 seconds to comply. Lethal force authorized.
Industrial fumes pumped out of the spinning exhaust fan. The conveyor appeared to be part of a waste recycling system.
Unacceptable cargo! Let me down! You're risking the future of all the little kids!
I had a charged power cell. Lights flickered on. Wendell's truck had power, and with it, I had my ticket into the city.
With the power cell replaced, the truck was good to go.
Hey, Wendell.
Hello, stranger. How goes the battle?
I fitted your truck with a charged power cell.
You did? Then we're cooking on gas.
Hey, any chance of a lift into the city?
Typical. No one ever does anything from the goodness of their heart these days.
I just figured that...
Oh, all right. Up in the back. You earned it.
You sure it's safe back here?
100%, lad.
I'll take your word for it.
Just watch out for me neck bursts. I've lost enough business already.